to this quick AWL game we're just doing. Just before we start main start out with the main event later tonight being our final night from PWL. But as we do get into this, we do have Team Budget Rogue on the right, being the red team, and Discrepancy being the team in blue, go up against each other. And as we get into this, obviously this is going to be an EU versus NA series, and this is going to be very interesting to see how this goes down, as the side of Budget Rogue looking very strong when they did play yesterday against the side of Dawn. Obviously they won that series due to a disqualification after Haxer was disconnected and sadly couldn't make it in time. But as we do get into this, we're seeing defense actually running that Symmetra, which is very interesting and very understandable. Hollywood being one of Symmetra's strongest maps, I would say, and it's going to be very interesting in seeing how the side of Discrepancy play around us. Obviously, well, not the side of Discrepancy, the side of Rogue. But as we do get into this, Rogue obviously being an EU team and will be losing the ping advantage, the ping in this fight. So Symmetra might be a strong fight against us, as they will be lagging. But already Bear already at 30%, and they're gonna pull back and hold point, as Bear Shark now up to 50%. That's a nice percentage as they get into this. And the dive comp coming out of the side of Budget Rogue, and this is gonna be very interesting. Obviously them having this ping issue might hurt them, as they cannot communicate right, but doesn't matter, as Sanders does get someone before dying. However, Royal Flame coming in with 2 massive kills onto both tanks, which are gonna help them hold this. Pika coming in with a nice kill onto Haxer, and with those 3 picks, they're gonna be backing off. Teleporter now going down from the side of Discrepancy, and as we get into this, a slight ult advantage for the side of Discrepancy, as Rez is going to be up, and it's going to be at least 10 kills before Discrepancy will be losing this point. However, Derry Dan being the first to go down, that is a perfect way to start this fight. However, MGS and Pika bringing it back, but they don't back off, even though with the man disadvantage. Winston in the backline going for the teleport, but however going to be forced to go away as Bear Shark's able to pressure him. However, kills still going for both sides. Haxer getting 2 kills. They're going to waste a pulse bomb just to take down the teleport, which is completely understandable with the picks they do have in this fight. Hahowever, Rez coming from Risu is going to keep this fight going. Haxer is going to be forced to activate the tactical visor, and he's getting nice kills. However, Haxer getting pushed away with the whole hog. MGS now activating his own tactical visor, and they're gonna solidify and stabilize now.
My ultimate is almost ready.
Graviton Surge coming online for the side of Rogue for this next fight, and it's going to be very interesting to see how they work with this. Rez obviously not being up and no sound barrier. This might be really annoying to deal with. Sound barrier also up for the side of Rogue, as they're going to be pushing into this. Royal's going to have to hit a Earth Shatter to shut down this dive that happened, and he does, as he gets a huge 3-man shatter. However, the follow through isn't there, but finally MGS and Derry and Pika coming at the last second to get these final kills. And as we get into this, a huge advantage going into this for the side of Rogue, as they still have 3 ults online. Teleporter coming back online any second now, with Bear Shark being at 94%. Now Rogue's taking a long way around, however, Hacks are going to be immediately taken down by a good Helix rocket from MGS. And they're a bit, with this huge man disadvantage, Oil is going to be forced to keep drop the beat just to keep everyone healthy. Beat getting dropped, however though, nobody there to follow through with it as everyone's getting picked off. Primal Rage coming out immediately going for the Symmetra, and Symmetra having teleport. Now all the kills coming in for the side of Rogue, but however everyone else is dead, and with Hapster they're forced to return to back up now. Pika, Derry, and MGS, last three online. A lot of pressure on these players to contest it long enough for Reach Through or Bear to come back in. And with this, Bear Shark gonna put down his teleporter, and Kill's still going for the side of Budget Rogue. However though, this is where everything is now gonna switch. Nano Visor coming out. This is exactly what's gonna help him take the point, as he's jump melting everyone, getting a double kill and taking out the teleporter. After with a 4-man, including the teleporter, going absolutely off and getting his team the point. Pika the only one alive, and he's going to be all the way behind by himself, and he's finally going to get staggered out and killed. Hacks are going huge for his team right at the end with the Nano Visor. And as we come into Westworld on this map, ult advantage for the side of Discrepancy. As soon as Pika gets here, you can assume that they're immediately going to push up and stop giving this free room. Rogue trying to take high ground, but however, MGS dare to deny them almost that push, as they get a nice 2 kills onto Ace and Haxler, which is going to put a stop to this push immediately, as both damage dealers are down. Derry going in, gonna get a nice pulse bomb on Ollie. Obviously they don't have the Zarya, so they don't have anyone to combo with, and with that late kill, that's gonna stagger them out even longer. And as we get into this, Nano Winston coming out actually, it's going to be interesting. However, the whole hog there in the back line, ready to push him away, as both Primal and Nano are completely wasted for the side of Rogue. However, a huge res coming out for the side of Discrepancy. However, kills still going in the favor of Rogue, as they have 3 unanswered kill right now. And Pika being the only one alive along with the Tracer Derry, as these two need to escape. Pika getting staggered out and is not realizing the importance right now of those 2 players just getting dived. A pulse bomb coming out, but getting only Bear in that fight, and that Royal Frame getting low is gonna be taken out with his ult, as right now everything is going in the way of Budget Rogue. And now you've got to be worried. They've been pushed nearly into overtime every time. Obviously, they were getting that second point with just barely any time left. But the Discrepancy is gonna have to stop this since it's been looking like, regardless of the time, they've been able to finish. They need to stall out these fights and not need to die earlier. However, a big shatter coming in from Royal, as he's immediately gonna start this, and Royal getting the follow through as he gets 2 immediate picks after that shatter. And now the regroup is gonna be forced from the side of Budget. Sound barrier gonna be used for them to just push in. As again here, Pulse Bomb getting dropped, however, getting absolutely no one. Nano Visor coming in. This is what helps them take the first point. As you see, Visor coming out of MGS as they're gonna hide. Mercy getting low, but the Tactical Visor just ending, as Budget Rogue not gonna be able to kill that Mercy. MGS getting taken out too from Haxer, and now Ace is in the back line just doing as much work as he wants, getting uncontested. However, Riku getting tagged. However, he's gonna be alive long enough to at least pop the res. However, he's still gonna go down. Kills still going in the favor of Rogue as they're pushing into this final point. Pika going down 2-3 unanswered kills for the side of Rogue. 4, now 5, 6. It's a team kill. They're gonna come back out here, but they're gonna be staggered. And now you've got to be worried. Mercy obviously going to come in here, but it's just one Mercy by herself. They need a kills to come their way. Graviton coming out. They're barely contesting the point as everyone dies, and they are going to finish this map with no time remaining. And now going into this offense for the side of Discrepancy, you've got to be a bit worried. They're going up against an EU team where they obviously have the ping disadvantage, and them being a relatively new team, obviously not getting that many games in or practices in, and obviously playing late at night, you've got to be worried about how they were able to do that to you, or how you let them. You need to take it. You need to take that as a little wake-up call, and you need to start getting a little bit serious as there was no real ult management. They wasted a lot of ults in the fights before the last one instead of like staggering them out. And as we get into this offense starting up any second now, you gotta wonder if these picks are even working out at all. Obviously now they're gonna switch things up, putting Dario on off tank right now and moving at Pika onto DPS to help out. But a huge pick immediately coming out from MGS, taking out Haxer. However, a huge charge going to be taken out. However, there's no follow through as Celestial is stuck in the backline and is going to get taken out immediately. Now, as they push in immediately after winning the first fight alone, as there is no response from the side of Rogue. However, they are going to come back and contest this as the team is regrouped. And Haxer coming with a huge kill, but however, the damage may have been done as it's a little bit too late. However, kills still coming for the side of Rogue as they have 3 kills in their name right now. However, a huge charge from Royal is going to be taken out, and Bear's going to run away with his life and regroup and quickly try to take advantage of the spawn. Rogue having Earth Shatter for this, not Rogue, Discrepancy having their Shatter for this next fight as Royal Flame does plan to close this out. However, they dropped the Reinhardt. There is no Reinhardt for the side of Rogue, and there's no Lucio. So should people die, they need to walk all the way back. Rez gonna die as Ollie was super close, but it's not gonna matter. Haxer's gonna die. MGS getting huge kills. I'm gonna cap his team the point. Now going into Westworld again, a lot of time, 4 minutes and 40 seconds going into this. Rogue barely had 2 minutes, had a minute and 40 or a minute or 50 I believe, just getting into this stage alone. So a huge advantage walking into this for the side of Discrepancy, as they already have a chance to beat their time. However, though, ults nearly 5 ults online. A big pick from MGS onto the Mercy. That's going to be perfect pushing into this, as Ollie's not going to have the res. Hacks are getting hooked up by Pika, so that is also going to hurt them. And as we get into this, MGS just on the high ground, getting uncontested, doing absolutely everything he wants right now, as there is no response to him on Rogue. And huge kills coming out from them, as they're going to be pushing this with 3 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. And as they push into this, taking it, they're going to be getting picks after picks after picks going into this. And the side of Rogue getting staggered, now going to have to back them and give them even more room just to regroup. However though, 5 ults online for the side of Rogue, and 6 ults online for the side of Discrepancy. Both teams rather avoid using their ults, and it's now going to be a huge fight as we get into a pick onto the Winston as we start this fight out. And MGS coming in from behind with a tactical visor isn't going to find anyone except Deanna, but it doesn't matter as everybody on this team is getting kills for him. Red's going to be coming out, and they're finally going to get a Reinhardt in this. Barrier getting dropped the moment the Graviton is thrown, so a lot of that damage is going to get immediately turned off, as Derry getting a 3-man, 4-man now on the Hog, going absolutely insane. Haxer has his tactical visor, but he's going up against High Noon and he's gonna die. 3 minutes and 40 seconds remaining on this. And going back into this final attempt on defense for the side of Rogue. They're going to be running double hit scan, because I doubt they're going to be joking around with this as they are coming out. And the Zenyatta, I'm not sure if that's actually a good idea. Personally, I would rather see a Mercy and a Symmetra come out from them. They need to hold this last point, and more than that, they just need to step on the point when it's uncontested, thanks to new changes that were implemented in the last, in the second last patch that was given into the game. Obviously now this is going to be extremely hard for the side of Budget to defend, which is why I would say they would need the Mercy and the Symmetra teleporter, as Rez and the teleporter will help them stay in this fight. But however, it doesn't matter, as both teams have finally decided on their comp. Pika gonna be playing that Genji, and which could be very deadly, especially on a situation like this, where he can snowball fights and contest Haxer up top. And MGS immediately getting the kill on the Haxer, and a hook coming in from Derry, as they all hop off the point, and they're gonna take it.
Excellent.
Joe waiting on, obviously Joe waiting on Haxer to message me what map they want, and they have decided to go on Lijiang Tower, as we are gonna immediately start this and get right into it.
Now arriving at Lijiang Tower. Prepare to attack. Select your hero.
And as we get into this, so we're gonna see, obviously Crawl picks right now, but we're gonna see this on Lijiang Tower, and this is gonna be very interesting on seeing how they do this. And I'm gonna have to give the advantage on specifically Night Market to the side of Discrepancy, as obviously Derry Dan on that Hog and Bipika on the DPS with that switch up, it has been so much more effective than obviously their defense. Obviously the first defense that they did play on Hollywood, they were trying out new things as they were getting a few subs, trying to find out who was comfortable on what and who could replace what. But as they know this now, this is going to be a quite a bit of an advantage going into this to the side of Discrepancy. However, though, Budget Rogue, I feel like is definitely a good team, as Boom, Haxer immediately getting killed on the MGS. And now Bear Shark coming in, replying with Owen, but however, Haxer on the Soldier just been getting killed, as Bear gets a double kill and is getting a 3-man right now as he's pulling his team back on this fight all on his own. And they're gonna cap this point and gonna force the Rogue to back away. Bear Shark just single-handedly winning his team the fight as he got 2 massive boots into this. But coming into it, because the fights were so quick, no team gonna have a massive ult advantage except Bear Shark being already at 80% as a Lucio thanks to those boots. However, a huge hook on the Royal Flame is gonna immediately start this fight out. That is exactly the way you want to do it. Tactical Visor coming out of Haxer, gonna get on a kill onto the Mercy before all is said and done, as everyone on the side of Discrepancy is gonna be forced to back away. Royal Flame gonna escape with barely his life intact. Oh, as Super Tan shows a little bit of flashy wall rhino kill. But as we do get into this, B getting dropped immediately as Discrepancy is popping everything to just take this back, as they've already wasted 3 ults. And as we start getting into this, a ult advantage back in the favor of Rogue, as they have 4 ults online with the Graviton being at 80% now.
My ultimate is charging.
And as they just regroup, obviously trying to get out, Pika being super aggressive on this Genji is gonna really throwing off picks, but without the Reiner, I'm gonna have to be surprised with how much Rogue has been doing well in pushing for this point. A huge kill onto Derry as Derry and MGS both go down. However, picks going for both sides as a res is gonna come out from both sides, resetting this fight. However, though, advantage going in the favor of Discrepancy, as they're getting kills after kills with no answers, and they're gonna take this first point.
Best round lost. Score 0-1.
The game is now paused as Sir Beans has called for a pause. Alright, and we have gone to go that the side of Rogue is finally ready to play. As we go into Control Center. And this is where I'm actually going to give the advantage to Budget Rogue. Obviously this map being a little bit more enclosed and open in a sense, where the main fights are going to happen in an open area, but there isn't a lot of room to work with. And because of that, I feel like Pika on the Genji pick, should he stay on this, may hinder them more than it will do good. And as we get into this, Pika's still on the Genji, like I assumed he would, and is gonna be pushing in with him regardless. However, picks starting to go for the side of Rogue, as they've gotten a huge pick on the Dairy Dan on the Hog, as the Tracer has nothing to really fear. Pika going into the backline, gonna be getting a lot of work. Royal getting a huge kill onto the Ollie Super Tan onto Lucio, which is gonna bring this team back. And however, Pika going in his backline and nobody is contesting him, as he's killed Diana and gotten another pick onto the Hog. And now point actually gonna go into the favor of Discrepancy, even though Rogue started that fight out with a pick. And as they get into this, gonna have to be seeing how careful they are, as an ult advantage is actually in the favor of Discrepancy, so it's gonna be a very tough point to push into. Earth Shatter coming in, not gonna get anyone. However, kills now actually going for the side of Rogue, as they've gone 3 kills right now, and they're focusing the Mercy, so even should Riku get this res, he will not be given the ability to activate, as 5 unanswered kills coming from them, and they're gonna take this point. However, also online for both sides, as MGS is going to immediately activate his ult from high ground. However, a sound barrier is going to neglect a lot of that damage, as however, Pika though coming in with the Dragon Blade, trying to be the follow through that obviously MGS wasn't able to do, and it works out, as Pika getting killed or damaging everyone to the point where somebody else can pick him up. However, now 35 to 35, as it equal. However, the Mammoth charging off the map, a bit of a mistake, I would say, as it looked like he just turned the wrong way at the last second. However, though, Mammoth now going to be back online with the Shatter, as he's hopefully going to redeem himself for that mistake. Haxer immediately going to the high ground with the tactical visor. Lucio's team going up in there, Nano Visor coming in, and it's going to be very interesting to see how they play around this, as I would like to say that Discrepancy have a bit of a problem dealing with Nano Visor, but Nano Visor is finally off, and Haxer is going to be taken care of, and all the picks right now going for the side of Rogue, as they get killed. Earth Shatter's coming out, but nobody there to follow through. Royal going to be his own follow through up the Celestial Mammoth, but that's about to be it, as everybody on Discrepancy is going to back up and reset.
Nano boost is charging. Time to accelerate.
And now coming into this 90% to 50, one more win and Dale will take this point. MGS taking a nap with Nano Visor fully activated. Ace gonna take advantage of the sleeping man, as kills all going right now for the favor of Rogue, and as they're gonna hold on to this. Pika gonna jump off just to reset so he doesn't get staggered or give them ult charge. However, the ult advantage for the side of Budget, as they're about to have 4 ults online, with Tactical Visor just being a few percentage away. But however, coming into this is going to be final fight, as this was going to be the deciding factor. And however, a perfect start as 2 picks immediately for the side of Discrepancy. However, Pika on that Dragon Blade, forcing a lot of people back. And no ult used from the side of Rogue, as pressure is going to be on them to not give them any pick, that they're all going to have to run back in. However, a perfectly good way to start this out, as an immediate pick was given onto. However, both supports going down as Hector gets both of them, getting a quad kill so far. Pika going to be one of the last 2 alive, as he is going to die out. MGS trying to be the hero, getting the visor activated, but is gonna die as the side of Rogue take their first point.
Score 1-1.
And obviously that being the round that I thought they were gonna take for obvious reasons, obviously being the map area. But now MGS going on to the Pharaoh, and as we are on Garden out of all stages, Pharaoh's strongest. Hacks are going to be under a lot of pressure to keep MGS under control. Obviously in his game against Dawn, he kept Fandanga on complete shutdown in King's Row whenever he was playing the hit scan. But now as he's going up against MGS NA versus EU with the ping disadvantage, this is going to be a lot harder for him to do this. We do start this out. Rogue taking it slow, as they're not immediately going to run out. But it doesn't matter, as a huge boost coming in from the Lucio and Pharah combo. And however though, 3 picks going in, but Budget Rogue gonna jump off now and reset, as everything went right for Discrepancy in that fight. Hacks are being forced to go on to Pharah's, as the pharmacy from MGS might be a little bit too much to deal with.
I could use some assistance.
And as we get into this now, Royal and Derry getting 2 picks immediately to start out this next fight, and is gonna knock the Anna and the Reinhardt off the map.
I could use some healing.
MGS on this fair has been an absolute treat, as he's been getting every pick, and if it wasn't him, then it's Derry Dan on this Hog and Royal Flame on this Rhine, as they are being super aggressive and taking advantage of that pinger too. Now 50% to 0. Rogue are gonna have to take this if they want any hope of this, as Ollie immediately getting taken down by Pika. That's a perfect way to start, as Pika now going to be left uncontested, and is going to help MGS take out the Pharah immediately. Now, as we get into this, Discrepancy hitting shot after shot as Pika. However, a huge hook onto him will get McCree dead. However, a shatter coming out, just solo shattering the Anna, as they're going to take this. However, Hacks are getting that kill on the Bear Shark, and now picks are going in the favor of Rogue. ulted MGS popping his ult immediately, gonna take out the Reinhardt. Hector trying to copy the same with Nano, but is gonna get immediately shut down. And now Discrepancy popping every ult as they have the advantage in this fight. However, Pika getting taken out with a long-range Helix rocket, and now kills all going in the favor of Rogue, as they're finally gonna take this point with 5 unanswered kill and Royal jumping off for a complete team wipe. However, 99 to 10% going into this next fight. Everything's gonna be pressured onto Rogue, as they cannot even give up the point. But starting this out, 2 ult advantage for the side of Rogue, so this is a perfect way to keep it out. So Mammoth's gonna have to hit a pretty good Earth Shatter if they want any sense of him keeping this. However, he's gonna get immediately picked off. However, Jordan getting a nice hook and kill onto the side of Discrepancy, as he takes out Royal immediately as a response. A huge hook coming onto the Hog, as Jordan barely surviving. Gonna pop the whole Hog, and now getting kills and gonna help the team. However, Discrepancy getting all the kills they need, as Barry hooks Jordan off the map, and that's a perfect way to end this round, as they're taking this 2-1.
Score 1-2.
Serbians have obviously called for another pause. His first pause only roughly taking a minute, so not going to be pressured on him, obviously, as they do have a 4-minute pause. Obviously, them being from EU may have some ping issues, so we're not going to be picky, as we're going to let them. And we have gone to word. Alright, we are ready to start this back up. Lijiang Tower going back onto Night Market. So advantage is going in the favor of Discrepancy, as they are going onto a map where they are favored in a sense. And the music stopped. Feels bad, man. But doesn't matter, as the action is about to start, as 3 seconds before they start duking this out. And as we get into this, nothing really changing from the side of Rogue, other than that Pharah now going back onto the Tracer and putting Aster back on the Soldier. And going into this push, a huge hook getting onto Derry Dan. However, the follow through isn't there, as it was only the Hog focusing him. And Royal charging in immediately, but gonna get picked off, as Pix now actually going in the favor of Rogue. However, Pika going for the backline, going for the sports, is gonna find the Mercy, and is now trying to get more done. However, though, Anna being also that he's just charging away at Orion, and Whole Hog coming out, keeping them off the point. Discrepancy have obviously been able to cap this, so it is now 20% to 0. Reacher is going to be forced to pop the res to keep himself alive and hopefully keep his team in this fight. Dragon Blade coming out from Pika, going to be an attempt to kill everyone and finally wipe them off the point. And during that entire fight, Discrepancy never gave up the point, so it's going to be now 40% to 0.
My ultimate is charged.
Nano boost is charging.
But as we start this, Royal Flame coming into this next fight with Earth Shatter. Obviously a few ults immediately pop from the side of Discrepancy, as they're going to be at an ult disadvantage. Pulse Bomb going to be coming out, but not going to find anyone. However, though, coming into this, everybody on the side of Discrepancy being backed away. However, a huge shatter coming in. Mercy going to be dying off, and Reinhardt getting hooked off. However, Ace avenging his friend as he gets the kill onto Derry. And now everything going back towards the favor of Rogue. 74 to 0%.
My ultimate is ready.
And now coming into this. Oh, that was close as a hook barely survived as Derry was able to counter hook. Rez coming out as 3 picks now in the favor of 3 picks now in the favor of Discrepancy, as the Rez is going to restart the fight. However, Derry starting this next fight with a big pick on the Hacker, taking out the captain and the main damage dealer for the team. However, the follow through isn't there, as the whole hog just coming in and killing everyone as they nano boosted them. Oh, Jordan barely surviving with his life. He's gonna hook Derry off the map, however, before he does die. 3 people now. 3 people for the side of Rogue gonna have their ults up, as Reinhardt just a little bit away from his shatter, and they're gonna have to work with this, as it is now 90% to 50.
You got this.
However, a good way to start, as a nice pick on the Derry Dan. Those who hook first die first, as the saying in Overwatch does go. However, Haxer with the tactical visor going huge as he picks up both tanks, and he's going to capture this. However, though, 99 to 55%, one more fight and they will lose this map, lose the point, lose the map, and then lose the series. And as they start this fight, shatter up for both Rhines. Rhine game is going to be very important. However, the Royal charging off the map, going to be getting a Haxer, but I'm not sure if that was a smart call, because Celestial has his shatter, and he's going to hit a big shatter and going to take this point back and secure his team. However, Pika coming down with the Dragon Blade. However, he's going to immediately get left. That sweet dart from the Standard may have just won this team the game. However, though, everybody from Discrepancy coming back and now going to get killed, as Reach-Through did pop the Rez to restart this fight. Jordan, last one alive on the point for his team. Tracer coming back ace, but he's by himself, he's gonna die. And now they're finally gonna cap this point for their favor, 99 to 99. And Discrepancy gonna take this, as Rogue was not able to get their people on at the last second. Bear Shark going absolutely huge on that first point, showing how effective Lucio can be on these kind of stages where there is a huge potential for environmental kill. Bear Shark being one of the more DPS sided Lucios in the league on PWL or AWL. And GG to both sides, and hopefully you catch us later tonight for the Premier World League, as it is our final day. See you guys, and see you then.